Around the world, people see Brits in one of two ways. Either as the most polite, refined, and courteous people, or, well, the drunken tourist that frequents bars in Malaga. You can identify them by their sunburnt skin. But what if I was to tell you that polite, refined English gent was actually giving out backhanded compliments and sarcastic responses, all without your knowledge? As an English tutor, I have had so many students that could not understand the reality of English comments and feedback. If a Brit says your work was quite good, it does not mean they think you did good work. It means they are disappointed by what you have achieved. Today I'll be breaking down some of the most misconceived expressions in English and pulling back the curtain on the true feeling behind them. Let's jump in. I first realized this with my wife, who is French. She came out wearing a new dress and asked, "So, what do you think?" I replied, "Not bad." Now, many of the non-native speakers may think, "Oh, good God, why would he say such a thing? Does he like sleeping in the doghouse?" But in the UK, saying that something is not bad is a compliment. That it is the opposite of bad. That it is good. Brits like to be more conservative with their language, especially when compared to Americans. We are very rarely going to say that something is amazing or stunning or incredible. Not bad can be one of the best compliments a Brit can muster. But this is the only one on the list that is actually positive. You might also come across the expression, "Well, that is a brave plan." This does not mean that they think you are courageous. It means they think you are an idiot and that the idea will never work. They may also say, "Very interesting." This does not mean that they are impressed with what you said. They think that it is clearly nonsense. So there's this new cryptocurrency coming out called Scamcoin. It's gonna be massive. I'm gonna be a millionaire in 6 months. Oh, very interesting. And if someone recommends that we should buy that scam coin, we'll reply, I'll bear that in mind. Or, I'll think about it. They are not giving it serious consideration. They are already trying to forget that you even suggested it. Now, if you're new to the UK or you're planning to move here soon, make sure you're subscribed, as I'll be teaching you all of the things that are not in your English grammar books. And if you think this video is not bad, well, make sure you give it a like. It is massively appreciated. Now for the next expression, let's imagine a scenario. You've organized a meeting for 2 p.m, but in the email invitation you accidentally wrote 1 p.m. At 10 past 1, you may receive an email saying, "I'm sure it's my fault," or "I'm sure I made a mistake, but I thought we had a meeting organized for 1 p.m. Do not get confused by this. They in no way think they made a mistake. They know that you made the mistake. Now we use this for 2 reasons. First, well, it feels a lot more polite to suggest that we made a mistake than saying, "Where the fuck are you? We had a meeting planned for 1 o'clock. We can also say this knowing that we are correct, and it is not our fault. The second reason is, well, just in case we are actually wrong. There is nothing worse than flying off the handle only to realize that it was actually our mistake. That is a level of awkwardness we would rather avoid. Now, the appropriate response to this: no, you are absolutely correct. The mistake is on my side. I am sorry for the error. The next example is something Brits hate to hear. Imagine you are in a meeting and the manager wants people to put forward some ideas. You make a suggestion. "What about if we don't add another subscription model?" To which the manager replies, "Well, I hear what you say and I almost agree, but maybe we should consider some other options before we make a decision." Ooh, that burns. But you might not realize why. There are 3 parts to this. I hear what you say. This means I disagree and I do not want to discuss it further. I almost agree. Now, this is not analog. It is not a dial that is almost in the agreement section. This is digital. We either agree or disagree. So almost agreeing is the same as saying I do not agree. We should consider some other options. Cements this. If your idea was great, well, they would not need to consider other ideas. This means they hated your idea. Now, for people moving to the UK, work is important, but so is building a social network and making friends. But for non-natives, it can be a minefield of polite rejection. If you bump into someone and they say, "Oh, we'll have to catch up sometime," this will never happen. Unless you walk away with a day and time planned and written in the diary, they're not really that interested in seeing you again. The full conversation usually goes, "Oh, hey, long time no see. How are you?" "Yeah, I'm good, but I've got to get off to work. We'll have to catch up sometime. Yeah, see you soon." Oh, such a sorry sight. Of course, there are plenty of other ways that Brits will be overly polite and disguise what they really think. But for today, that is all the time we have. Make sure you are subscribed for the next video. And if you want to learn some polite English insults, make sure you watch this video next. Let me know in the comments if you have ever been caught out by any of these, or if you can think of any others that might catch someone else out. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.